Oh no! No, when he dreams stuff, it be coming true. Yo, that would suck.
They've got him, Albus. It was close, but they think he'll make it. What's more, the Dark Lord failed to acquire it.
Oh, thank goodness. Next we need to...
Look at me!
Used properly, the power of our clemency will help shield you from access or influence. In these lessons, I will attempt to penetrate your mind.
To Mr. Harry Potter, without whom I would not be here. Harry.
Harry.
I thought he was a goner. I was like, he's out of here.
Nasty breath standing there as bold as brass. Harry Potter, the boy who stopped the Dark Lord, friend of mudbloods and blood traitors alike.
He not like Dobby. He hate Harry Potter.
The world isn't split into good people and Death Eaters. We've all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are.
I tried to convince them to join the cause, but I wasn't the only one that was trying to win them over.
Oh.
Death Eaters.
Yes. Trying to persuade them to join.
So we are going to have a battle. I know she's in this. I've seen her dressed like weird.
Although the breakout was engineered by a man with personal experience of escaping from Azkaban, notorious
Sirius Black.
mass murderer, Sirius Black.
They got to overthrow that government, man. Burn it all down. Oh, they're revolutionaries in the wizarding world.
Make it a powerful memory. The happiest you can remember. Allow it to fill you up. Keep trying, Seamus. George, your turn now.
Expecto Patronum.
I'm trying. I know. Patronum. It's good. This is really advanced stuff, guys. You're doing so well.
I actually like these training montages.
I'll make short work of this. Bombarda,
I instructed Harry to form this organization, and I alone am responsible for its activities.
Dispatch an owl to the Daily Prophet. If we hurry, we should still make the morning edition.
You just let all those people escape, but you're going to take Dumbledore there. Okay.
I thought we might hit this little snag.
Show him,
You
Dumbledore.
seem to be laboring under the delusion that I'm going to... What was the phrase? Come quietly. Well, I can tell you this.
He said...
I have no intention of going to Azkaban.
Let's go, Dumbledore. And I'm out. He said, and I'm out this bitch. Dumbledore said, Yo, they taking down the pictures? I don't like him no more, man. He used to be funny. Now he's a full scumbag. He's still funny though. Like that. Why'd he do that? They are not rocking with her. She is police.
Harry.
I couldn't just leave him because...
Oh, okay.
Because he's my brother.
Oh.
Well, half-brother, really.
Yeah, of course.
He's completely harmless, just like I said.
You know how nasty that is? A regular dude smashed a giantess.
It's company he'll be needing when I'm gone. You will look after him, won't you? I'm the only family he's got.
You're just like your father. Lazy, arrogant.
Don't say a word against my father.
Weak.
I'm not weak.
Then prove it. It may have escaped your notice, but life isn't fair. Your blessed father knew that. In fact, he frequently sought to.
My father was a great man.
Your father was a swine.
Snape!
Nice
Expelliarmus!
one, James.
James, finish him off!
His father used to bully Snape? Oh, we've gone someplace I didn't realize.
It's not as bad as it seems. See? It's fading already. You can hardly see us anymore.
Please do something bad to this woman, please.
You know, George,
Please.
I've always felt our futures lay outside the world of academic achievement. Fred, I've been thinking thinking exactly the same thing.
Bye. Yo, the Weasleys are ready to just give up on magic school. They like, fuck, we about to go out with a bang. Like, literally. Let's go. They're the revolutionaries we've been looking for. Yo, shout out to the Weasley. They don't give a fuck. They mama gonna be pissed. They put up the dummy. They rep for the whole Weasley clan. They put the W up like, and they would be the ones to do that. They've been anarchists this whole time. Like we've seen it.
Sirius.
Harry, you were going to Dumbledore, weren't you?
No.
Send for me, headmistress.
Snape, yes. The time has come for answers, whether he wants to give them to me or not. Have you brought the Veritaserum?
I'm afraid you've used up all my stores interrogating students, the last of it on Miss Chen.
Oh, so she didn't snitch.
The Cruciatus curse ought to loosen your tongue.
That's illegal.
Exactly.
Yes. Doesn't know, won't hurt him.
Longbottom might flip. You find out this going on.
Well, what is?
Dumbledore's secret weapon.
The giant about to do her dirty.
Lower your weapons. I warn you, under the law, as creatures of near human intelligence. How dare you, filthy half-breed! Please stop it! Please! No, enough! I will have order! Do something! Tell them I mean no harm!
I'm sorry, Professor.
But you do.
I must not tell lies.
Harry. It's got your name on it.
Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Where's Sirius?
Is this a Death Eater?
You should learn to tell the difference between dreams.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Never Longbottom, is it? How's Mum and Dad?
Better now they're about to be avenged.
Oh, shit.
I've waited 14 years.
I know.
I guess I can wait a little longer. Now!
Ooh.
Levicorpus!
Oh. Damn. See? She's a beast. Jenny is crazy.
Get back to the door!
Like it didn't look like, it was just like, boom. Dumbledore?
From my guts.
Oh, Sirius. Bam! Get your bitch ass out of here. Let's go. Oh, this some high level wizardry. Woo! The Order of the Phoenix. magic going on. Let's go.
Expelliarmus! Nice one, James!
Wait, he called him James. What? Yo, Harry, you gotta kill everybody. Specifically her. Who's just, even though she's just arrived on the scene, seems to be the most proficient evildoer on this.
She deserves it.
Oh, no, no. This is him trying to push him to the dark side, I guess.
Do it!
Let's go. Woo! God damn. He turned it into sand. Dog. What that magic fighting scene was dope. I wanted to see how they use magic in combat, and like they've showed multiple ways in this movie. And all of them are pretty dope.
It isn't how you are like. It's how you are not.
All the love is fighting against the darkness. Because I remember them saying that.
And you'll never know love.
Oh, he talking to him.
Friendship.
Yeah. It's the love. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're a fool, Harry Potter. And you will lose.
Yes, you saw him. Yeah, you saw him. You saw him.
He's back. I knew it was only a matter of time before Voldemort made the connection between you. I thought by distancing myself from you, as I have done all year, he'd be less tempted.
Oh, okay.
Therefore,
They've been through some.
I've been thinking about something Dumbledore said to me. That even though we've got a fight ahead of us, we've got one thing that Voldemort doesn't have. Something worth fighting for.
First, let me start by saying, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. Hey, man, I like what they did with this one. We're going to talk about that ending because when they get to the serious parts in here that are straight serious, I don't even really be having nothing to say. I'll just be sitting there looking like, yo, because it goes to a point where it amps it up. And because it is what it is, and the storyline is what the storyline is, and we're dealing with children, right? They teenagers, but they children. When it gets to the serious shit, you're like, ooh. We'll get to that Dumbledore versus Voldemort action, right? Start from the beginning. His cousin has a gang of punks. That's hilarious. Like, who do you think you are? You suck. The Dementors still messing with our boy Harry, and they tried to take away his power. Now, at the beginning, I'm like, really? Like, that fast? Especially remember when he used his power early on, Fudge said he tried to quell it. He was just happy that that boy had survived, that Harry had survived. So my thinking was, well, what has changed? we come to find out they don't want the news out there. And by the end, when Fudge, that scumbag, when he sees Voldemort is still around, I just assumed he wanted to not believe. No, let's put it this way. Yeah, no, not that he didn't want to believe, that he knew and he was just denying it to keep everyone calm. But based off his reaction, he really didn't think that Voldemort was back. What an idiot. What a dumbass. Now, I don't know if that's how it plays in the book, but on here, by his reaction, it seemed as if he just really didn't think that he was back. And it's like, yo, you're a stupid son of a bitch. You're stupid. Everything you did. So they send Umbridge. Well, first off, they have the trial, and Dumbledore does what he does, but then he just leaves. And I'm like, damn, Dumbledore, why you acting that way? But by the end, it all made sense, right? He wanted to create that space because, yes, Voldemort knows the power Harry has, but he knows who runs things. Yeah, he knows who's the dominant wizard, right? Like, Dumbledore is no joke, as we saw. Like, he put all the glass from an entire area, threw it at him. My man turned it into sand. Woof. Beautiful. But he walked away, and at the time, I'm like, I don't understand any of what's going on, right? Like, I didn't get it. The characters that we see in the Order of the Phoenix, you don't really deal with the Order of the Phoenix that much within this. And what I wonder is, matter of fact, I feel like I know. In the books, we get more into detail with each of the characters. Like the girl who was able to change her face, her hair would change color based on her mood. The Nigerian dude, I wanted to see more about him, right? Everybody within the Order of the Phoenix, half of them, maybe 75%, we already knew who they were, right? And I like that it almost seemed as if these young kids who were all the descendants of these people and some others, they seem to be creating their own Order of the Phoenix. And like I said, this almost reminds me of in these schools and stuff where they have like secret societies. They had their own little room, and there's the way Harry said, hey, it seemed like Hogwarts wanted them to defeat him. I'm like, yeah, like it made so much sense to me. But I will say, Hermione from the beginning, she's a leader. She's been showing leadership. She always thinks, like, even when Harry was like, yo, we got to go do this, she jumps in with, well, what if Voldemort wants you to come there? So she's been doing her leader thing. I never expected Harry to be the one when they're in that room showing during the training montages, showing everybody how, you know what I mean? Like, I would expect Hermione to be taking the lead on that. But what it is Harry feels responsible at this point. And we know he feels responsible because when it comes to a point where he wants to leave everybody behind and go do this on his own. He doesn't want anybody to get endangered, especially when every time he does something, it comes back on them, right? Like when Umbridge, you know what? Let's take this time to talk about her. Let's take this time to talk about the Ministry and her. What the Ministry did, you would expect them to do. And they would send her in. And what I said I saw in Harry's vision, it seemed as if at one point that judge, when he was on trial, was speaking to Lucius. So what it seems as if that judge giving her info and also giving the Minister of Magic info. And when I say giving them info, I don't mean info on Voldemort, like info to make them think that Harry and Dumbledore are, you know, like he was the virus within the system. And that woman, Umbridge, woo, like I had no love for her. Nothing was funny about her. Nothing. Everything. She's everything wrong with a character like this exists in society now. I got a problem with her. She's like, hey, practical application. No. We're doing standardized tests the way it should be, the way it was. And I was like, it's something bad gonna happen to her. And when it did, I took so much glee in it. Does that make me crazy? But yeah, there were little moments in it that were just insane. By the time all the decrees were put up, it was all the way to the top. My man was on the ladder and he's shaking because he has to hit a hammer. And it's just uneven. And I'm looking at this like, hey man, what she's doing, we understand why she's doing it, but she didn't understand why she was doing it. She really just feel that way. She didn't understand that she's actually in a way helping Voldemort. And yo, for me, I feel like I just feel like she is one of the worst characters in this series. And when I say worst, I want people to understand, because I feel this with my Breaking Bad things too. When I say worst, I don't mean like I hate her and I don't think she should exist. I mean the worst is in she should exist because she did her part so well that I hated that character. I'm supposed to. When she's using corporal punishment and she's doing it in a wicked way, I'm like, oh man, Dumbledore's going to get involved. Nah, he falls back. And I'm sitting here like, yo, what's going on? It was dope for me to see McGonagall, is that her name? When she came through and stepped to her, like, I don't know what you think this is, but this is a place, we teach magic in here. I don't know, we don't do none of that punishment. We have rules to abide by. And that woman stepped up. The way they used these stairs in that, they kept stepping, and then there was a point where she steps and she's looking towards the camera, the Umbridge, and I'm like, oh, she's won this round, right? Longbottom hit as much as anybody. All the characters are growing, but as much as anybody, we're learning more about him, and we were learning stuff about him when not even realizing. Like the way they brought it back, I enjoy that because it's not something that has something to do with the overall story, but it has something to do with a character who will play a part in the overall story. So you see his development and you see his motivations, right? The lady who plays the witch that escaped, I like her. I just liked how she was. She seems almost like a stereotypical witch, but I'm not saying she is a stereotypical witch. What I mean to say is it's on steroids. It's like she's a modern stereotypical witch, right? And when I say witch, I mean in that cartoonish sense, not real live people who are practicing witches, right? So I actually enjoyed her. Not sure of her full-on motivations yet. It just seems to serve the Dark Lord, as all the Death Eaters are. Now let's start with the part where we go to the department that has all the oh man, why can't I think of the word? Not secrets, but like the prophecies and the crystal balls. That scene was dope because it was so closed in, but because of everything that was around, it became so epic, and we got to see the fruit of their training. Ginny is a beast. I don't know when it will come back into play or whatever. She's better than Harry, Hermione, Ron without trying. And we're talking about just at the spells, maybe at potions and stuff or knowing other magic. But once you teach her, when she did it, she just boom, boom. Tore up the whole aisle. When they were running away, I was like, hey, man, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. But it was fire that all the balls are falling, popping. You see the blue sort of dusty smoke. I'm like, man, this is fire. And the fact that like the Death Eaters have that ability to sort of like float around like Dementors. They're not Dementors. They don't have like the little squid parts hanging off of them or anything like that. But they float. The Death Eaters were floating around, and all you saw was their face. And I'm like, oh. But then when Sirius comes, he has that ability too, but his is all white. I do wonder how this will affect Harry going forward because, hey, this one, more and more, it's not like, hey, we got something else going. Now it's like, hey, shit's about to go down. Dumbledore, he tries. He has no other recourse. Oh, by the way, let's talk about Dumbledore. When they came to try to capture that man, and he went woof. That shit was so fire. I could imagine people in the theater being like, oh shit, he just did him dirty. Oh, the other part. Listen, the Weasleys, the twins. Let's talk about them. From the beginning, they've been building up what these guys are. They don't really fuck with school like that. They had the map to tell you how to like. Their purpose of using it was to try to get out of doing stuff. They're selling goods that will help you. What was it? Oh, fever fudge and stuff like that. They're selling goods to try to help you get out of doing things, and they just seemed very like it was an anarchist spirit in them. To see what they did, they were like, academics was never our thing. I want to see what happens with them going forward. So are they just out of school? Because they were almost grown. It seemed like they're almost done. So are they just like, man, forget this. We just gonna do our own thing. They basically have learned everything they need to know. Their mom gonna be pissed, right? Because their brother is who their brother is. Their family has a good name. Their father is who their father is. But when they did what they did, it was so fire. Like I like that. I like that they made her life look stupid. They planned it out, and everybody came out like, ooh, it was like a relief for them. It was a release. I like that. Hey man, this was another good one. The combat. Let's talk about the combat real quick. I'm all over the place with this one because it has so many good things, but the story is pretty straightforward in this one. This one, it didn't really have like something crazy. Like you know what I mean? Any sort of swerve or anything like that. Like if you watch it, you get it. But it had a bunch of dope moments. And one of those dope moments, when they're fighting, first off, who knew they could combat by floating against each other in the air? You see Sirius coming there like, hey, you see them bow, shooting with the wand, but then they could blast with the wand. And it looks like the, what's the things called? The plasma beams, I think it was called, from Ghostbusters. It looks like that. And these guys but you're not supposed to cross those. Never cross them. But they were doing the thing, and it was like exploding, and it was sizzling and cracking, and it was destroying stuff around Harry. And I'm like, damn, man. Now, let's go into Voldemort, because his plan eluded me, and I didn't realize that. I just assumed that he would like for Harry to be defeated, just killed. All right. We're going to do that in a certain way. But Snape had been alluding to this whole time. Hey, you got to get your mind right, because he will try to connect with you, and he's going to affect you. We understood that. But I didn't realize he was going to try to do it with, and I guess it's the only way he can because of who he is and what is able to defeat him, love and friendship. Right? Remember, the mom's last act of like love was giving her life up for that son. That's why he couldn't fuck with him. So all this love and friendship in Harry's life helped him to defeat the darkness that Voldemort was trying to use to conquer him. And I didn't think he was going to do it that way. In my mind, and that's what I like about this is the magic is just a part of it. So I'm not even thinking, oh, well, they're just going to utilize magic. Well, that's what he did. He was trying to bring that darkness into him, and he fought it off, and he used it. It doesn't seem like a trope in this, like friendship and love. It seems like, no, from the beginning, they've been hinting at it. And by the way, the reason I say that is all the friendship and love in this ain't this just, hey, guys, we're all in this together all the time. They got beef with each other. Old girl right there. She, I wonder what else she's going to be involved with. The fact that they can see things when they died, and she has this weirdness about her. I wonder what that's about. Like, I wonder what her specialty is. Because what I'm noticing is, over time, we're seeing people's specialty. Longbottom, her herbologist, right? He's into the plants. Hermione is a beast. She's going to be a beast with potions. Ginny, wow, just like that. Ron, he's probably just going to be able to be good at everything. I wonder what this young lady right here will be good at, right? Like what, like, is it going to be those beasts? Because, hey, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. If everybody can't see them, imagine that. Oh, almost forgot about this. Hagrid was gone, but Hagrid talked about how he's half. But it's crazy to me. I didn't realize the giants were going to be that much bigger. His brother is like 3 times bigger than him. And so for his father to be that small, it's like, how did he jump in it? But anyway, this is my mind just went there. I was like, what? He dived it? But yeah, man, this was dope. And also, they built a friendship with the giants. This is another thing. And the centaurs, hey, they want the smoke too. So what I know for a fact, there will be a war. And we seen the lines being drawn. Hagrid, I hope he at least got some of the giants. The centaurs, we already know who they wanted with. They not playing no games. The mermaids, we already know whose side they on. They helped them with the games. It just seems like everything is aligning up. And I want to see that play out. I'm glad, though, they didn't have like a full-on battle. It was like these little flourishes because they still kids, right? It would just not play well if they were able to defeat any of them. The fact that they gave it a fight, that's one thing. But had they defeated some of them, like I was actually surprised when he knocked the witch down, when Harry knocked the witch down. But then Voldemort came out and, but yeah, hey, another good one. Next movie.